सो गया ये जहां, सो गया आसमां, सो गई हैं सारी मंजिलें, वो सारी मंजिलें, सो गया है रास्ता. What's up, ladies and gentlemen? So today we're going to be doing the last series of Mercury through sign, Mercury in the sign of Pisces, and what happens when Mercury is in the sign of Pisces in your horoscope. And I have already made a video on it, but again, then what I'll be doing is I'll be causing a massive worldwide PMS for the third time in 1 month. If I was to just direct you to that video that already has all the details and already has all the information, yeah, seriously, why watch it again? Because you're going to get less information here. But again, since you wanted it, I'll give it to you. So, what is the sign of Pisces? Pisces represents your imagination. Pisces represents the other world, spirituality, anything away from the material world, anything that is not of the material plane, like ghosts, like premonitions from other dimensions, accessing other realms. This is why spirituality is all about being esoteric. Spirituality is about the things that are invisible, the sixth sense. And Pisces is a really deep water. So imagination is very deep. Like, it's just, man, these people can dig deep when they are thinking in terms of artisticness and in terms of, thinking about philosophy and divine power. And then you bring Mercury here, who is logical, analytical, critical, information gathering planet, who is very communicative about the real world, about real things in life. So when you put them together, Mercury kind of just like loses it. He's like, what are you doing? It's like you're taking a mathematician who's all about mathematics and logic and proving everything to logic and saying, okay, you're no longer going to teach mathematics, you're going to teach astrology to your students. And then the math teacher will be like, what? I'm going to be teaching this garbage to people that doesn't even make sense, doesn't even has any evidence to it. And then it's like you're putting in there and he's learning. He's like, oh my God, what am I doing? What am I teaching? And then universe says, okay, I'll give you $1 million. Teach. So then he goes, okay, fine, $1 million. I'll try to teach. He's looking over it. Okay, planet Saturn in the third house invokes business qualities. What the hell is all this? And then finally the mathematician will just give up. He's like, universe, keep this with you. This is not who I am. I can't do this. And so this energy is completely regurgitating within them. Like they have a hard time comprehending things that are logical, but they're more towards the imaginative side. So a lot of writers are seen from this. A lot of artists are seen from this. A lot of dancers are seen from this, because sign of Pisces represents your feet. Mercury represents your hand and your skills. These guys have a skill of dancing. It's anything that's spirituality and esoteric. Now, a good example for this would be Einstein. He had Mercury in the sign of Pisces, debilitated. But now you're going to be saying, oh my God, couple, don't give this example, because now you're going to shut astrology down. Don't do this. Find something else. No. Mercury was debilitated for Einstein. But how did he become a genius? Well, first of all, Einstein wasn't really a genius. Okay. He failed most of his subjects. He got F's in subjects. He left his school at age of 8, in the 8th grade or in the 9th grade. I think he was like 13 or 12 or 13, and he just left school. He's like, I can't do this. But one subject that he excelled at was mathematics and physics. That was his one subject that he really took, a tremendous interest at. But how did Einstein come up with the theory of relativity? Well, if you watch his biography, he will tell you he was standing in this top of this mountain, and he was talking to a friend, and he was looking at this wall clock. And while looking at the wall clock, he used to imagine himself a lot traveling next to the speed of light. What will it be like? And then he used to go into his bus a lot. He used to be going to the university, hanging in the backside of the bus. And as he used to move away from the clock, the wall clock, okay, in Germany, he used to imagine, what if I'm moving fast like the speed of light? Will the time slow down? And he used to think that. But one time he was standing on the top of this mountain with his friend, And again, he looks at the wall clock and imagines the time slows. But suddenly something triggers in his mind that, oh my God, I got it. I got the theory of relativity. And that's how it happens. So his geniusness was dependent upon his imagination, his ability to imagine weird things, to come up with this genius idea. But the reason why he came up with this idea is not because Mercury is debilitated. Mercury was in a very, very perfect place for him, because Mercury was in the 10th house, the most powerful house of the zodiac horoscope or birth chart. It was with Sun, who was brightening the qualities of Mercury. It was with Saturn, who was putting discipline, focus, and organizations of the ideas into Mercury. And then Venus was with Mercury in the 10th house in his horoscope, which was giving a lot of creativity, a lot of desire to do what Mercury wanted to do. So if Mercury wanted to do mathematics, Venus gave him desire. So this is how conjunctions work, which is in my book. And this is how you study things. This is how you realize what is conjunction doing. So a debilitated Mercury was getting a Neech Bhang Raj Yoga in more ways than one. This is why he ended up finally reaching to the top. But his actual academic studies were halted until later on, until he went to, even in universities, he never attended his classes. They're like, what are you doing? He even failed those classes, but because of his geniusness, he was awarded a PhD. He started teaching at the University of Germany. Not the University of Germany, it was the University of some city in Germany. But you see, this is how Mercury operates. This is how Mercury becomes. He becomes more imaginative. So if you have this, and your parents are telling you, honey, you need to go into accounting, and you're like, I don't think so, Dad. Or you need to go into finance. You need to go in as a financial advisor. You'll be probably the worst at it unless you're receiving all these qualities that Einstein received through his Neech Bhang Raj Yoga, through all these conjunctions that are helping him. Otherwise, these people should always go into artistic fields. They will excel at it because the imagination of Mercury is really deep there. But as soon as it comes to the logical world, they will fail. As soon as it comes to like thinking, okay, I have to pay my mortgage, I have to do this, I have to call the bank, that's when their mind goes haywire, like, no, I can't do this because I'm not in my right vibrations right now. So guys, this was my analysis of Mercury in the sign of Pisces once again. If you're new to my channel, subscribe below. And if you want to know what sign your Mercury is placed in and what conjunctions it's having, check out my books at the link below, Astrology at the Speed of Light and Conjunctions at the Speed of Light. And when you get the book, I will send you the link to look at your own chart. Just make sure you follow the directions below. Otherwise, we're going to see you tomorrow with Jupiter in Aries. That's right. We're going to start from Jupiter tomorrow on Thursday, day of the Jupiter. Bye-bye.